Welcome to this video. What we're going to do now is go over our $1,000 sports card budget. So if you haven't seen our past videos, we've already done a $500 budget, and then previous to that, we also did a $100 budget. And both of these are going to include low risk and high risk. The low risk investments are going to be less speculative, so players who have been a little more established versus the high risk. We're trying to offer new rookies and something that we think will pop, that will have more reward, but just offer more risk. Low risk, you're just more or less likely to lose money at any point in time. In case you haven't seen our other videos, we are going to be using $1,000 CAD. So that's roughly 850 USD. We have a conversion chart for you. So at today's date, $1,000 is worth this US. So if you're American, this is probably even better for you. You could diversify even more, or have more picks, or buy more of the cards. So here's what we're gonna do. And by the way, I'm not picking too many players or investments, because when you're doing that, I think you're spreading yourself too thin. If you believe in something, I think you should kind of go all in on it so you get the reward out of it. If you're diversifying too much, then you just have a ton of stuff. And if you know what's already good, just go after that. So we're gonna start off with the low risk investment. I think somebody did mug me today. This was the day to mug me. You know, when I'm walking around with thousands of dollars in my pocket. This guy walked by me, man. He should have mugged me. I would have. So 800 bucks. What are we gonna do with that? Well, we're gonna put it on a PSA 9 rookie exclusive LeBron James. In my opinion, I think LeBron James has almost no reason to go down. He has a good chance of being the highest point scorer of all time. He's won several championships. If he wins again with the Lakers, a lot of people are going to consider him to be the GOAT, like greater than Michael Jordan, which I don't even believe at this point. But again, you know, different eras, different things. But when it comes to putting your money into a good card where you're most likely not going to lose any money, I love LeBron James. And we're not telling you to get any of these cards. This is just what I would do. And the prices have gone up a little bit since I started thinking about this video. So if the price is already going up, you probably know that, hey, Mitch knows what he's talking about. And it's probably because he drinks a lot of Timmy's. So we got 200 bucks left. What are we going to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 100. And we're going to need $50 to go with that. So 150. So what are we gonna do with 150? Well, I'm gonna pick up a PSA 9 Jaromir Jagr rookie. So Jaromir Jagr, when people look back over the history of time, and again, this is a more low risk investment. A PSA 9 Jagr is somewhat of a safe investment in my opinion. He is number 2 all time, right behind the great one, Wayne Gretzky. He also played with Lemieux. He won a cup, and no players that are just coming out now, unless you've already won championships, like Kawhi, it's going to be tough to find a cheap investment where it's a good long-term investment. I think these two together are legendary players. Jagr's still playing. The guy's playing at 49. It's crazy. But to put your money there, I think it won't be hard to resell in the future and make a bit of money. So that's going to be the second one. And then, well, we also have $50. What am I going to do with that? Well, we're going to save it. You can't waste all your money on cards. Legit, if you only had 1,000, I would probably save at least 100 bucks, maybe 200. So you may want to save 20% of that. But yeah, we're putting a lot of money into these cards. So at 50 bucks, we're only saving 5% of the money. Also, if you're not into hockey, you could change out the Jagr for a different player. You can get like a Ronald Acuna, not a bad option. You could find one for 150, and you could probably get a PSA 10 still at this point. And then with that extra money, if you don't even want to get this card, you could save that cash for when something comes up. So that could be a sealed box, sealed wax from Walmart or something. That would be a great option as well. So that's what I would do if I had 1,000 bucks and I didn't want to lose my money, but I wanted to invest it. We're not telling you to do this. This is just what I would do. All right, so now the big investment. This is going to be $1,000 at more of a high risk investment. Again, we're not diversifying the money too much because, you know, when you do that, you're spreading yourself too thin. You know, you put 20 here, 20 here, 20 here. It's just too much. So I like to have 1 or 2 investments, and then, you know, then you don't have to worry about 40 different players. So what would I do? What is the most calculated, the best option, somebody who's going to get a lot of attention this year, and I predict will have the best season of their career. And it's just a great time to get in my opinion still. So what I do, $1,000, some of you may not have that. Some of you may be, big deal, $1,000 for a card. What we're going to do is we're going to throw in half of this on Tatis. If it were up to me, and I didn't want to talk about other players or other cards or other alternatives, I would get 2 of these cards. Let's get $500 out first. Okay, so we got $500. Boom. We're putting that on a PSA 10 Topps Chrome Fernando Tatis Jr. So the prices have been fluctuating. If you can't get the Topps Chrome, maybe even get the paper tops. That should be around $300 to $500. The prices are a little bit all over the place, depending on who you're getting it from. But I think for $500, you could do a cash deal or get off somebody else. If needed, just for the sake of this video, we're going to throw in an extra 100 just to make sure. So $600, you can get a nice Topps Chrome Tatis. If you can get a deal on a paper or 2, get that. That's what I would do, 100%. This dude is legit. He can run, he can throw, he can hit, he's got the swag, he's got the mental clarity. I think he's going to be a great guy to hold on to. I'm not selling him for at least a couple of years. There's zero chance. Tatis makes baseball exciting. It's what it needs. So we still have $400. What are we going to do with $400? So you got $400. I'm going to take 1, 2. So we're going to take 300, and just to make sure, let's just take 350 because I don't want anybody complaining. We're going to take 350, 300 to 350 depending on the price. We're either going to get a Svechnikov BGS 9.5 graded card, or we're going to try to find a Matthews Raw. And you might even need the rest of the money to do that. So that's what I would do. I wouldn't even hold cash. If you have extra money, maybe hold cash. And if you just wanted one or the two, if you could save 600 and if something comes up, then you could do that as well. Because you don't want to lose any of the money. However, we're doing a high risk, high reward investment. So that's what I would do. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Please put down in the comments below what you would do. Also, don't be afraid to smash the like button. Also, subscribe to our channel. It's really going to help us out so we can bring more content to you. We also have a Facebook group called @RedCapeSports. There you can post any of your sports cards, ask us questions, and just be part of that cool community. So that's what we're doing. We're done with this mini series. So let us know if you would like to see another episode. Maybe Bird can go over his picks. This is just what I would do. Again, we're not telling you to get any of these cards. This is just what we would do.